What is up, friends? How is everyone doing today? Welcome back to Phil Plays Bass, our lovely little secret community where we talk about practicing, about the tunes we love, about bass, about little tips and tricks. And I've got a mullet, apparently. Yeah, look at that. I'm growing a mullet. Nice. I hadn't realized. How is everyone doing? I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Mine was packed. It was a bit of a packed weekend with the Stream 100, obviously, and yesterday a big meeting at the school I'm going to teach with. It was an all-day thing with speakers and, the program of the year, that sort of stuff. It's really, really cool. But it took up the whole day, and I just had to scramble a little bit today to prepare for the lessons that I'm going to give over this week. Obviously, it's all piano lessons and some singing as well. So a bit different from what I normally do, but it's going to be super interesting, no doubt. And I'll keep you guys updated with all of that. What are we doing today? I've been working again quite hard on my little app, which is completely off center as per usual. There we go. The tuner is still going haywire, but it's fine. I just need to add a little check to that. But we're going to use this, and my head is all the way up there in the corner. I'm just going to use this little timer to set up like little Pomodoro moments, like 10 or 15 minute phases. We're going to do some warming up, some scales and arpeggios, a little bit of technique potentially. I still haven't picked what I'm doing. So we'll see. It's going to be pick and choose a little bit, but I want to integrate as many elements from practice as we worked on Stream 100 last Saturday. So song study, a little bit of transcribing, ear training, and possibly speed and endurance. So depending on how quickly we move through these, we will, it'll be hopefully about an hour long stream. And then I'll go back to practicing piano for for tomorrow. Who is on the stream already? I see Michael, I see Nate, I see Brooksies is here as well, Akil and Jeffrey. Thank you very much for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. Nate, I still haven't checked the epic jamming that you posted on Discord, but I will do that right after the stream. Hopefully I can start extracting some shorts more systematically as well after every stream. But yes, so it's gonna be episode 101. So what a propitious. It's just the right timing to sort of try to implement this the beginnings of a new foundation of a practice for me, which hopefully will be a bit more systematic and a bit more. We'll see more results gradually, but the point is to have all of that more systematized and potentially crammed into an hour, where we just go through 10 minutes of each different things. And obviously there'll be, different days, maybe different weeks. We'll have different rotations of interesting elements. But usually, most probably, we'll start with warming up. And I found out a really cool thing from Hadrian. Again, I've just been binging loads of Hadrian videos, because ever since we sort of, I don't want to say cracked, but ever since I figured out this this lovely little economy plucking technique or whatever, which I knew existed, I just didn't know that this was such an important part of how fast Hadrian plays. It's literally it's all over his playing at all times, and it's just a speed multiplier, really. You guys will remember this little line that we transcribed. Gotta turn this on. We transcribed this lovely little line from the Scott Devine live rearranging of a Sting tune that they did. King of Pain, I think the name of the song is. You can find it on YouTube. Scott Devine, Scott's Bass Lesson, Hadrian Faraud, Corey Henry, and Thundercat's brother on the drums. Really, really good band. And Hadrian has this really, really cool line in it. Obviously, it plays it unbelievably faster than this. It's but really focusing on trying to understand how he does it really sort of brought to really put the emphasis for me on how important this technique is if one wants to play really fast or play with more economy of fingers. In any case, I really like it. It doesn't mean I'll suddenly become the fastest bass player in the West, but I do like the technique and I like the sound that it produces, and I think it can be applied to a whole bunch of other contexts rather than just fast lines, jazz and improv. I think they can also be a very elegant and musical thing to it. As Hadrian demonstrates, I mean, it's not that I want to become really, really fast, but it would be nice to have to play around with this new technique, to stay with the times, stick with the times, and see what the latest thing is. And this latest thing I like very much. Mike says, I'm really excited. I'm using too many exclamation points. Have you swallowed a dictionary? Ooh, possibly. And let's get started, guys. I'm going to use this this little timer that I programmed, which is not live yet because there's still loads of little glitches that I need to iron out. Actually, this doesn't. Let's display it on here. It's not showing because it's underneath everything. I don't know. Yes. Okay. Cool. There it is. A little bit tiny. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. Check our tuning. It's not very good at detecting B strings, but that's most tuners. I think it's just a low frequency kind of thing. I always like to tune my B string by playing the 12th fret harmonic. Don't know if you guys do that as well, but it works. So let's go with that. All right, we'll do a 10-minute warm-up, and first I'll show you the exercise that Hadrian does. It's quite an old video. I can't believe I've never seen it before, but it's a really, really cool exercise. We're going to start on the D string with our middle finger on it, and essentially what we're going to do is it's basically a chromatic scale. And descending. But we're going to start with the second finger, then third finger, middle finger, then pinky finger, ring finger, and then yeah, I keep sort of shifting positions incorrectly. Okay, focus. Oh boy, I really like this exercise. It's really, really cool. Cool, 3 minutes of this, moving on. Next exercise, I will gradually increase the speed, but I felt like this was a good starting point for this one since I've literally just found out about it this morning. I ran through it a couple of times just to sort of get my fingers to the muscle memory to sort of get around the movement. But once you get it, really, really cool. Holy buffering Batman, really? Oh, no way, dude. Is it buffering like crazy? Oh. Whoops, call your internet provider, Philippe. I'm buffering. Could be. Oh boy, this is not what I want to see at all, guys. Sorry. We're staying strong, Phil. No worries. No circle will get us discouraged. Well, got to give the internet credit. Usually, it's a seamless stream from Belgium. It had been pretty good for the last month. Yeah, I think they've been working on the line. I was gone for 3-4 minutes. My God, the entirety of this exercise. Okay. What's up, Zahar? Thanks for joining, dude. I appreciate it, man. Guys, so did you at all get to see? Did you get to see the exercise? Because I don't mind doing it again. Do let me know if you did catch any of that. But I could actually, yeah. I'll just do it again, just a little bit faster. I want to sort of see how. I want to push my focus a little bit. Okay, 100 BPM. Let's go. 3 minutes again. 2, 3, 4. That's maybe a little bit too fast. Nope. Way too fast. Way too fast if I want to start doing this kind of shenanigans. Yeah, okay. Take it one step at a time, Phil. Don't go too crazy, too quick. Caught most of it. Okay, cool. Yes, excellent chromatic thingy. I agree. There's another one as well. But actually, yeah. I would gone from 440 to 444. Okay, Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, Mike, possible workbench stream later this evening. I'll probably catch a little bit of that once I'm playing piano, Mike. So I might see you in a bit. Got a few more basses to set up, clean and restring. Oof, I'd pay you to do that to mine. Your bass signal is farting a little, Phil. Yes, it probably is a little bit. That's my Jacko bias. I like to have a little bit of absolutely unhinged levels of no, not unhinged levels of just a little sprinkling of crappy little overdrive. Yeah, that's just a brown note, bro. Come on, get with the program. Hadrian does it. No, he doesn't. Oh, nice. Everybody's changing strings today. I might just join you guys. You know what? Yeah, I do have a set of strings. I might just restring this guy and get the what do you call them? The hand-me-downs, and put them on the 4-string jazz. That's usually how it goes. I get all the brightness. Once all the brightness is gone from these strings, they end up on the 4-string jazz. Lovely business. Okay, few more minutes of a different kind of warm-up. 3 minutes of our regular Lars Lehmann exercise. Obviously, guys, this app, which I'm working on, there's going to be, like, you'll be able to label your practice and come back to them. There'll be like little drag and drop blocks potentially that you can just drag and change. So I'm thinking about a million different ways to make this like your go-to all-in-one little practice app. I know there's probably other things like that exist, but this one's mine. And when you make it yourself, it just tastes so much better. I just like the quality of this, the click on this metronome. You know, it's raw, it's organic, it's like sourdough. It's real, you know, it's authentic click. 3 minutes of the Lars Lehmann exercise at 80 BPM. Let's go. Double time. No, that's way too fast. Again, because what is the hard part? And 1. Lovely. Lovely bit of practicing that. I like this little timer thing. I can't wait to have implemented, like, it goes from timer to timer, from one section to the other with like little labels to remind me what I need to do next. That's the next thing that's coming up with this thing, like little labels, and you'll have like a little cooldown, a 10-second cooldown period phase in between or whatever, and then just like we'll just go like in 10 minutes from, you'll do all your warming up in one little click of a button. It just goes from one timer to the other. I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna just streamline the streamline this little warming up process. Brooksy says pants from the brand notes. Changed strings last week, trying out the DR Black Beauty strings. Loved them at first, but after this weekend's jam session with my guitarist, I hate them now. How come? You all know the brown pants thing is a Deadpool reference. Is it? I thought that was just an American saying. Or an English saying. Maybe not just American. Are the Black Beauties a tape wound strings, not tape wound? That sounds horrific. Check Gear Chan in Discord for pics I just sent. Ooh, lovely. They were awesome for maybe the first 8 to 10 hours. And did you clean them regularly? Did you use them like, not a sponsor, but like this kind of stuff? I find that it just prolongs the lifespan of strings by, I don't know, maybe 10-15%. I think gives them a little bit of a sheen as well, not just visual, but audible. At least that's my, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the placebo effect, could be. A bit more torture, but only for 2 minutes. We'll do 2 minutes and we'll see how much pain I'm in from this horrible exercise. At 80 BPM, let's go. There's no way I can do 2 minutes of this. This is way too much. I'll slow it down actually. Sounds better. One day I'll be able to get rid of that buzz, but for now I just have to sort of live with it and practice through it and make sure my finger position is good. Holy moly, that hurts. Same thing again with a different set of fingers. Let's go. I did about 30 seconds twice as fast, so I'm just gonna do that for a little bit. Ah. No chance. I've got to go. callous. Pain doesn't exist. Ah. Okay, this 1 minute and a half, that's about as much as much punishment as my hand should take, I think. I reckon I shouldn't put myself through any sort of pain left hand wise today. I think that was enough. Maybe a little bit too much. I might have to just stick to a minute, really. And it says just lost brightness. Just lost brightness so fast. And at first they were smooth. Now they just burn the fingers after a session. They burn the fingers after a session. Dude. Oh no. Zachar forgot his jack in Moscow. Never mind, I found it. Boy, dude, really took us through some dramatic events there. But the resolution, the payoff was totally worth it, man. Just pictured myself unable to practice. Well, you've got a bass. At least it's not the opposite. You know, you end up with just a jack. There's very little practice you can do with just a jack and no guitar. So glad it's that way around. And yeah, small. What do you call that? Small graces. Small. I can't remember what the saying is. Small. It's not small wins or small. It's like, oh, just take whatever you can get type of thing. Small something. Okay, what are we doing next? Scales and arpeggios. I really liked this exercise we came up with last Saturday, which was essentially to play the modes small gains, small steps. No, it's not that, guys. It's equivalent to saying small victories. It's like, oh, you've got to take the small victories every day. You know, at least you don't have a jack, but at least you've got your bass. You know, small. Yeah, it'll come back to me. I really liked this idea of playing modes in place, i.e. going through all the modes of the major scale, but playing all of them with the same starting note is what I'm trying to say. Geez, I'll get it out eventually. And reference the key center from which that particular mode is deriving from. So essentially it's the opposite of playing, you know, of playing the modes in sequence and follow the starting note, change the starting note each time. So, for example, if I was to play C Dorian, I would say, okay, C Dorian is the second mode of a B flat major scale. Obviously, it's easy to do in C, but if you can do it quickly in C, then you move to F, and then to B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and then back to C. And eventually you're able to do that really quickly in all 12 modes, and then do it for the melodic scale, the melodic minor scale, and then do it for the harmonic minor scale, and then why not the double harmonic scale? Why not any kind of scale? And we could potentially also do that for pentatonic scales, I reckon, and just play different positions of the same pentatonic scale. That's just a spur of the moment type thing, but I think there's plenty of things you can do with that. I'll put a timer for 10 minutes for that, and that will be our little scales slash arpeggio. Well, scales, not arpeggios, but let's go for 10 minutes and see. Always play with a click, they say. Let's put it at... Ooh. Shall we get a little adventurous? Okay, C Ionian, obviously in the key of C. D Dorian, and B flat major would be the key center. D Phrygian. Ooh. And that would put us in the key of A flat major. Am I loud enough, guys? Is the bass loud enough? Why is the chat hidden all the time? That's really annoying. It's because my screen is really poorly organized. Eesh. Okay, better. Volume is good on your end. Lovely. Put a new reel up, or we'll check it out afterwards, Nate. So what else could I do to sort of milk this whole thing a bit more? Play the arpeggio, name the notes, or name the intervals, name each note that is specific to that particular scale. Obviously in C Dorian we've got our E flat, which is a major third, natural sixth, but that's not really altered, and we've got B flat, which is the flat seventh, but essentially the third and the seventh are the only two notes that are altered in a C Dorian mode. Phrygian, we've got our C, it's not C, it's D flat, which is our flat 9. We've got E flat, which is our flat 3. We've got A flat, which is our flat 6. B flat, flat 7. And it gives us a minor 7, flat 9 arpeggio. Flat 9 right there. C Lydian. Maybe not fast enough yet to do that sort of stuff. Although that should be something I should be able to do, but maybe right hand a bit weak at the moment. What have you got? Sharp 11 in the form of F sharp, and C Lydian would be the fourth mode of a G major, G Ionian scale. Cool. C Mixolydian. Oh. Oh, come on. And the only note that is different is our flat 7th, which is a B flat. C, C Mixolydian would put us in the key of F major. C Aeolian notes are could do this sort of stuff as well. Yeah, that would be nice to do all sorts of intervals as well at the same time. Maybe thirds, fourths, fifths. Oh my god, it's a rabbit hole. You could just go on and just graft more things to this exercise. But let's just stick with the bare bones for the time being. So C would be the 6th degree of an E flat major scale. C. Locrian. Did I say what the notes were, the altered notes in the Aeolian? It was E flat as a minor third, A flat as a flat 6, B flat as our flat 7th. That's it. 3 altered notes compared to the Ionian mode. Locrian, we've got our 1, flat 9 as a D flat, E flat, flat 3. We've got F, a 4th, and we've got G flat as a diminished 5th, A flat as a flat 6, B flat as a flat 7, and our root note. Again. C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat. Come on, Phil. C flat, C flat, essentially. No, it's not. It's C. There's C flat. What am I talking about? Flat 9, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 8. What? Jazz. The Loco-Locrian, Mike, indeed. And C Locrian would put us in the key of B major. Cool. Tomorrow I'll do it in F. Not tomorrow, sorry. Next stream will probably be on Friday, actually. Because I'm working all evenings. Afternoons and evenings starting tomorrow. What else did we have in store for these? All of the scales up and down in varying intervals. Yeah, could have done that actually with the modes. That would have been interesting. Arpeggio inversions following the circle of fifths. Right, yes, that wasn't that. I'm still struggling to make this a sort of a seamless looping exercise, but for the time being, we'll just do it like that. Maybe not with a metronome. We don't really need a metronome for that. It's a bit distracting. C, root position. C, E flat, G, and now F. My bad. F in second position. Now I'm here, and I can play a B flat in. That's what am I doing? Could play it down or play it up, but since this was the nearest one, so this is a first inversion B flat arpeggio, then moving to E flat, but I can't play the same shape twice. So I was here, root position, E flat, G, B flat. I've got to name the notes at the same time, otherwise it's cheating, isn't it? A flat would be the next thing. Shall we do, what have we got? We've got obviously our third here, which means we could do sort of an inverted second position, second inversion, starting from the fifth. D flat, which would be here. So I've got D flat here, I've got D flat there. I could play D flat here, or I can play D flat. D flat. So what did I decide on eventually? Okay. Moving to F sharp. Well, it's right there. Is it a different position? It is a different inversion, sorry. F sharp. B. I've got a B just there, I've got a B just here. E, B, second inversion. And then E, A, D, G. I've got G here. And then back to C. And then I would have to continue through the next 12 keys, the next 12 times round. But the flashy ones, I think we covered most of them. Nice, Sahar is back. He's got his lead and he's got his bass. That means he can practice. Cool. What else? Technique focus. What do you guys fancy doing? We'll start a poll. Ask a question. Technique. Yes and no, not being techniques. We will do what? Plucking. Plucking fast. Slap. Or harmonics? I don't actually know the harmonics, or what could we do? Chords, double stops, that flicking technique, plectrum. Oh no, please no plectrum. Double thumb. Please don't vote for double thumb. I hate it. Alright guys, in the meantime, a little bit of a right hand warm up maybe. I would love to run through this thing again at a more reasonable tempo, but something that's still a bit challenging. Not too slow. Plucking fast. Okay, that's the consensus here. Okay, guys, let me. I'll just let you in on a little secret. Starts right here. Back at 40 BPM. It's very easy to get sort of what do you call them? Finger jammed when you try to play really fast. And the secret is to have a really, really even, consistent technique. I don't know if it's a secret, really. It's not really a secret. It's just common sense. But it's always nice to have it mentioned again. And I know Mike is a big proponent of playing very slowly at first, being reasonable, and being reasonable in your expectations when you start practicing things that are technically demanding. Just 8 notes for now. Come on, Phil. Switching between 8th notes and triplets, always struggled with that. So silly, but I just can't hear them. So good opportunity for me to practice that as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on, I can't do this. I could do this. I used to be able to do this. Maybe 40 is a little bit too slow. Maybe my expectations were too high again. But that's what I'm doing, guys. Practicing and making all the mistakes live for you. Okay, 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Come on. I'm confusing myself now. That was horrendous. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, You guessed it. Now we have to go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm hearing different rhythms in my head. You can do all sorts of things with that, but that exercise is a really, really good way to start really thinking in subdivisions. And usually, if you can't think in terms of subdivisions, you won't be able to play fast. You have to be able to think and hear the notes, like I was kind of unable to do at first. It did come back. It did come back to me eventually. So yeah, the exercise I used to do a lot after having a masterclass with Mike League. And he mentioned that this is an exercise that he does, well, at least at the time, an exercise that he recommended I did in order to start developing that sort of a subdivision mindset. And once you start being able to hear subdivisions, playing fast, all that's left is just the technique. What's the starting point for addressing the technical standpoint? Again, as a progression, start with one note, put a tempo on, any kind of metronome on. Play 6, play 8, doesn't matter. And then start alternating. And start switching strings more often. Might be a little bit too fast a tempo for me to demonstrate. Put it at 80 and just play a little slower. 4. I think that's just a little bit slower. Play simple patterns. Obviously, the progression would be play one note, play 2 notes on the same string, then play 2 notes on 2 different strings, and then start instead of doing 1 note per bar, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. You could do 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, because another major hurdle is obviously string switching. So if you start incorporating these elements gradually and slowly, obviously don't start at I'm playing fast for demonstration purposes, but if your maximum, if the speed at which you're comfortable with is at a max, like this kind of stuff, start there. Start with one string and try to play maybe just a little bit, a tempo that's just a touch more challenging than what you can sustain for long periods of time. Once you get comfortable with that, maybe 3 notes. And start adding all of the other ingredients. More notes over a shorter amount of time, so playing more notes per bar rather than just alternating from 1 note per bar, 2 notes per bar, 4 notes per bar. And the more you do it, the more different patterns you start incorporating. It's basically just that. Just think of very simple patterns, the simplest possible thing, then think of a pattern that's just a level above, then a pattern that's just a level above. What I mean by pattern, it could be even as simple as your pentatonic. And well, I can't really do it that well, obviously, but that would be it. And then alternating over 3 strings. More like that. And obviously, the more notes you play per note as well, the less amount of time you have to switch strings. So the more dense the pattern is, the quicker you have to be at switching strings. So that's essentially the hardest thing to do, is switching strings when you're playing fast patterns. A really fun song to practice that with is obviously Come On Come Over. Whoops. What's the other pattern that I always forget? I think that's it. Yeah, I mixed it up a little bit, but find a tune that you like that has these little patterns and start. Oh, I forget to mention the stupid exercise that I'd come up with was, for instance, to play something like Do I Do, but twice as fast. Instead of you play it with 16th notes. It's really pointless if it wasn't for the fact that it's really, really challenging. It's pointless musically. My bad. That's what I meant to say. Musically, it doesn't make the song any better at all. In fact, it makes it significantly worse. But technically, it's really interesting because it forces you to think in subdivisions that you normally don't think about in the context of that particular tune, and it makes you sort of forces yourself to explore something that's within the tune but kind of outside of the song, and therefore maybe opening a different door, maybe, yeah. So this is what it sounds like roughly. I used to have a Do I Do backing track, didn't I? Close this project. Could be it. I think that's it, yeah. So this is the normal version. If you guys can hear the logic. Yeah, cool. So here it is with 16th notes. I can't remember the ending, but yeah, I need to bring that back into my practice actually. Maybe at a slightly slower tempo. Let's go. It just feels really quiet. 1, 2, 3. Ah. That's it. I think I kind of remember it now. But any other song? Mike, I know that's the eternal question. How do I get those ghost notes? Muting. It's that muting technique, Mike. You know, I've got my fingers, essentially my four fingers, for you Yanks out there. My 4 fingers are on the fretboard. Oh, that was a bit too strong, that wasn't it? Borderline offensive. Sorry, guys. And it's just conscientious, just nerdiness, really conscientious. It's just wanting to get these ghost notes right, and it is a difficult technique, Mike. Absolutely, for sure, it's not an easy thing to do. But the secret is synchronization. That's it. You have to think of both hands as potential muting devices when it comes to this super rhythmic, fast playing, because your right hand can't handle all of the muting itself. So for that particular tune, since it is kind of just a kind of an easy pattern, all of my fingers are covering all of the strings. That way there's no sympathetic resonance, no parasitic sort of in the background, you know, that you get from your B string or whatever lower string you've got. E string, B string, doesn't matter. All 4 fingers are flat, but still mobile. They're not cramped on the neck. They're not. I'm not trying to crush the strings, crush the neck. They're literally just resting on the strings, and only the fingers that are playing are pushing down. And essentially, I can feel that these are the 2 fingers. They are in contact. They are a little bit in contact with the string that I'm playing. I can feel the vibration underneath these phalanxes of my middle finger and ring finger. But when it comes to 16th notes, that doesn't really affect the sound too much, and in fact, it gives it even more of a percussive sound because they're slightly more dampened, like a drum skin, if you know what I mean. So if I was to slow it down to just even more. Conscientiousness. I love conscientiousness. It's such a difficult word to say as well. Conscientiousness. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. I don't know what I'm doing. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. Oh, that's actually harder than I thought. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2, because the 3 in the middle kind of makes you have to switch fingers, which really messes with your brain a little bit. And because you don't have to worry about the notes, just try to get a really nice percussive sound, not literally not ripping the strings off the board, but okay, so that's 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1. Oh gosh, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 3. The idea is to sort of prepare for the situation where you're prepare for all situations, because it seems a bit bland, right? But in this tune, it kind of switches on you without any sort of warning. It doesn't really make sense to play 16th notes over that, but it is a cool exercise. I wouldn't recommend starting with Do I Do, though, because it is already a relatively challenging bass line. Chat disconnected, come on. Guys, I'm really sorry about the buffering quality today. Hopefully it's not too bad. Very frustrating. Not even downloading anything. Well, maybe my dad is rinsing the internet again. My dad's downstairs. Likely. What other tune would be? I know I always come up with the stupidest example, i.e. But you see the point. The point is, pick a tune that's not really challenging to you and try and turn it into this kind of platform for this technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what is it? If I was to play it slow. Oh, my tempo. Try to do that, and that's level 1 of the 16th note subdivision exercise. Level 2 is to play with the silences, but you have to play the ghost notes. So dun, dun, so it's bam, 1, 1, 8. So that's a full quarter note. 1 and 2, bam, bam. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. One, two, three, four. Oops. And that's when you've got all of the elements put together. It's when you can incorporate the notes and the silences, and it's switching between the two. That's what's kind of cool, I guess, if that is a cool exercise. Try it out. Try it out. Even a tune as simple as Seven Nation Army, or we tried as well, I think, Another One Bites the Dust, which is a relatively simple bass line. Right, we're all familiar with this. I'll go through 16th notes with the notes ringing. Sorry. Oh boy, she's very, very ringy today, isn't she? Yeah, needs a little bit of a... She needs to spend some time on the bench as well, Brooksy. Right? Just no silences, just 16th notes and the actual notes of the tune. Now, if I was to incorporate the silences, hopefully I can do it. Hopefully you guys can hear better if I do this. Maybe better. A little bit of little bit less clicky. Maybe something that's not on the E string, because this is so clicky. My E string is very, very low, close to the neck, and yeah, very close. Let's say I was to do it. I know, Anathema. That's another one for the Scrabble, Mike, isn't it? I'm playing a Queen song in a different key, Anathema. Right, same technique. That's not easy because it's just one ghost note there. Sorry guys. It just all right, there she is. The crappiest strap locks in the universe, but they'll have to do. They'll have to do for now. I'm switching to this because it's a much easier bass to play melodic stuff on. And I want to go back real quick, revisit my Days of Wine and Roses. Oh, she needs a clean as well. Oh, I hadn't realized. Oh my, jeez. Some of these aren't actually going anymore. They've just become embedded in the that weird satin finish. Just butter this bass. I'm literally just 50% faster with this bass than I am with the other one. Don't really know why. Can't quite make sense of this. So I've got my lovely Oscar Peterson solo, and I think I'm really close to being able to figure out exactly where things are rhythmically. There's just one part of that tune that's just too crazy. So we start off on the solo break, which starts essentially on these last. Oh, a bit too small for you guys. On this, there we go. Starts on this line at the bottom with a lovely blues lick. So we'll give ourselves a 2 count. Actually, I might be able to just play that. Maybe it'll play it once. Lovely, Mike. I will catch you later for sure. I'll be practicing piano and listening to your stream at the same time. Bon appétit. Thanks for joining, Mike. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Okay, I'll go through it a couple of times and then I'm gonna go and have some dinner as well. And I'm completely out of tune. How rude. A guy can't even tune his bass before... Ooh. That was the culprit. And that one. Cool, 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 cool. All right, one more time, and then I'll go and get some dinner. Faster? Oh, the little devil on my shoulder is telling me to go faster. Okay, 5 BPM faster. That's conservative, right? Surely. Let's go. Straight in. Close. I did miss a couple of bits, but it's still working, although I do feel like I could go faster. Okay, one more time and then I'll go get some dinner. Oops. Oh, nice. I wasn't really there. Bit of noodling, but meh. It wasn't very musical. Maybe a bit too fast still. Zahar says, oh, sorry, Mike says, I can't see the last column of cause on the chart. You're right, Mike. My bad. Absolutely poor display of me, on my part. Literally poor displaying. Zahar says, I don't know why, but sometimes I just completely forget how to play bass. I have literally to start from the simplest exercises, even though I play and practice every day. Yeah, dude, welcome. Welcome. There are days off, man. We all have days off. I certainly do as well. There are certain days where I feel like I'm absolutely flying, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm at my best. I'm at just best shape I've been in. You know, fast, fluid, groovy, good timing, all of that sort of stuff. And today, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Today I feel a bit off. I don't know if it's because I'm sort of a little bit anxious about starting teaching tomorrow, about all of the invoices and the stuff that I've got, but my mind's not really in there, and that's probably why I put myself through a slightly longer warm-up routine today, because I felt like I was kind of just not really there. Yeah, it just feels like my fingers are sticky and just a bit rigid. But yeah, don't worry about it, dude. It's just take it one day at a time, and don't forget your training. Just like you're in the army. Don't trust the process. Trust that the process gradually takes you higher and higher. It's possible to burn yourself out as well. So it's okay to take some days off, you know. or at least not practice to the extent where you're literally burning yourself out, where you're exhausted and you start hating your instrument. A couple of days, I'm sure you've heard this before, but I know a whole bunch of friends, musicians, working musicians as well in London, who said the same thing to me. They would come back to their instruments after maybe a week of holiday or Christmas or whatever. They'd come back to their instruments and they were like, they just feel more creative, even like more technically proficient. So sometimes you've got to take your foot off the pedal, dude. So don't, I mean, keep the discipline, but get rid of the pressure, because that's a killer, you know. Mike, yes, this is a tune called Days of Wine and Roses. It's a more recent, I think it's because it's a movie from 1962, Mike, and I think the rights to it maybe hadn't yet been released, although I think the real book, they didn't really care about that, did they? It should be in the real book, but if not, type it into Google. You will find a plethora of charts, a myriad, a constellation, plenty of, a multitude of charts. Zahar says, now I love bass. Me too. I can play for the whole day straight and don't feel exhausted, but yes, I get tired a lot because I too much, I think, because you play too much. And also, it's good to give your brain a break, Zahar. Because if you're always switched on to the bass, sometimes you're a little bit too close to the road. You can't see the forest for the tree, right? That's the saying. Sometimes we can get too tunnel visioned, and when you get that, just take the day off, dude, or play another instrument, or find practice something you've never practiced before. Do something that kind of takes you off your usual sort of discipline / pressure. Do something that's a bit different. Surely not 2 steps back. In the grand scheme of things, how many years have you been playing, Zahar? I think you've told me before, but apologies, I don't remember. Mike says, I know it's not officially a standard. Really? Yeah, dude, 5 years. I mean, it's, it's good, but like I say, keep the discipline. But if you feel any sort of I don't know if you do feel that kind of sense of like, I have to practice. I used to fall victim to that quite a lot when I first moved to London, because everybody was just so good, and I was like, oh my god, I'm awful. So I really practiced my head off. But it can do you some good in short periods of time. But if you drag it on for, let's say, a couple of years or 5 years without changing anything, or you keep sort of struggling against the same things, I would say learning an instrument is also a game of thinking and taking a step back. Thinking about the way you practice is sometimes more valuable than time spent behind the wheel, thinking about different ways to approach things, which is essentially what I've been doing a lot of at the moment. Maybe a little too much thinking. I'm thinking about learning a lot at the moment, because I have to think about teaching as well. No, dude, you're welcome, man. Obviously, I did feel there were plenty of times where I felt the same way, for sure. And because for me, all my perceived self-worth was attached to the bass. Whenever I'd have a down day, or I didn't feel really switched on, or I felt like I couldn't play anymore, I'd just lose. I'd get really depressed, really, really depressed. Thankfully, I'm a very stubborn person. For worse, for better, for worse, I'm a very stubborn, very obstinate person. So I'd wake up the next day and just like, it's just a day off. But yeah, those days like that were rough, man, for the morale. Especially when there's no gigs around, or maybe you lost a gig, or it's winter time and it's just not much going on, and you have to rely on your own inner fuel to sort of keep yourself going. It's rough, man. So I would say don't. The mistake I made as well was probably, oh, it's fine, I'll just play some video games, or I'll just go get some nice food or go to the pub or whatever. But don't forget to spend some time thinking. I know you like tea, so probably you like meditating as well. And meditating is nothing but being comfortable with boredom and finding the richness of the content of our own heads. And usually that's where all the breakthroughs happen. Is when you get bored, and then you get to thinking, and then you're not bored anymore. In fact, you get addicted to it. I've never had a gig anyway, or just can't find soulmates in music. Keep looking, man. I know there's plenty of good musicians in Russia, and St. Petersburg seems to me like it's St. Petersburg seems like it's what probably the more artistic city in Russia. I don't really know actually, so you tell me. Nate says, sometimes I play and I'm like, holy hell, this bass is on fire. Staying in that moment is impossible, but if your ear realizes it, that's a huge step in the right direction. Yeah, dude, for sure. I feel the same way. There are moments like that. Yeah, starting to hear yourself is a really cool. Starting to hear yourself as part of the music, rather than hearing yourself as yourself, if you see what I mean. When you start, it's almost like an out-of-body experience, but not as crazy or mystical or whatever. But it is. You're like, oh, what I'm playing is actually musical, and it gels really well with the rest of the band, even though I'm not. It's a really interesting moment when you have that first experience of hearing yourself as if you were in the audience, and you realize the impact that each note has. And I think you become a lot more musical once you've had this first moment. Very, very hard thing to capture, though. Very difficult thing to capture. And to being able to visit this sort of mind space, this mindset, being able to go there deliberately. I know some jazz guys. I know Herbie talks about it. Victor Wooten talks about this kind of stuff. I think all of the great improvisers of our time were able to do that. Listening to just the music as if they were audience members, and just playing the thing that works at the time. But once you get a glimpse of that, dude, it's really something. It's really something. It's the total dissolution of your ego, nearly, for just a really brief period of time. I don't mean to sound too woohoo, guys, but it has happened to me at some point. Yeah, it's hard to explain. I think it's just you close your eyes and you're starting to hear it as if you were the listener rather than the person who produces the music, the sound. And that's a really pretty epic moment, because you're like, holy moly, I'm overplaying so much all the time. Nothing I'm playing is relevant. It's all just for show. It's all just ego. It's all this type of stuff. And once you start hearing yourself from the outside, you're like, I can just play really simple stuff. It just has to be beautiful. Just has to be beautiful. Is that a jet? No, that's a car. The F-16s were flying like crazy overhead this morning as well. And we're getting some F-35s in October in Belgium. So hopefully I'll get to see another example of America's engineering flying overhead. I do like planes, guys, in general. There is an anecdote that sounds like this, which goes like this. Unplugged bass chord hum. Oh, it's a different one. Sorry. Oh, my... Sorry. Like, is it me? Are you guys getting an unplugged... Yes, you are. Apologies. How could I not hear that? It's not even showing on the... Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry, guys. Apologies. Thank you for mentioning it, Michael. I appreciate that. There it is. Sorry. I'll be mindful of that in the future. Man says to Monk, I want happiness. You have to write it all in one go, dude, because you're going to keep us on the edge of our seats here. Switch to the intro screen and we'll wrap it up slowly for the day. Monk replies, I is a meaning of ego. Want is material thinking. What is left is just happiness. Oh, yeah. Dude, for real. That's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful and quite powerful. I want happiness. Monk replies, I is a meaning of ego. Want is material thinking. What is left is just happiness. On these really beautiful words, guys, I want base happiness. I wonder what the monk would have to say about that word you've added. Monk says you have base, you have happiness. Good work as well. Friends, what a pleasant day it was today. Thank you all very much for your involvement, participation. The chat was buzzing today. It was a real pleasure. If you're into watching some more streaming tonight, switch over to Brooksy's Bass Corner. I'm giving him a shout out. He's always such a gentleman. Over at Brooksy's Bass Corner is going to do some gear setting up apparently, and I'll be there for a bit, practicing my piano, and there we go. That monk is based, dude. Based monk for sure, for sure. Friends, thank you very much for today. Real pleasure. This was Phil Plays Bass. I will be streaming again on Friday, and hopefully I'll have enough time between all the teaching to watch the stuff on that Nate has posted on the Discord. Apologies, I have been a bit absent, but I'm coming back to it, promise. Have a lovely evening, day. Have a lovely middle of the week, guys, since we're not going to see each other, but I will be here on Friday 100% for sure, and hopefully no more buffering, because that was really, really not cool. Really not cool. I'm not happy. Take care, guys. I will see you on Friday. Toodles. Bye-bye.